Hello, everyone, and welcome to China Undercover. For many people, Yu Menglong was not just a handsome actor, but a gentle soul, someone who carried light in a world full of shadows. Behind his calm smile was a quiet strength, a man who faced unimaginable pressure, yet never lost his warmth or sincerity. For 12 long years, he fought alone against something much larger than himself, a hidden power that few dared to speak of. Recently, the man once praised as gentle as jade was posthumously listed among the world's top 100 most handsome men. Fans were moved to tears, saying it was a recognition that came too late. Although online discussions in China were swiftly deleted, it was impossible to silence people's grief. Across social media and overseas platforms, countless messages poured in, calling it a belated honor and praying that one day the truth will finally be known so that Yu Menglong can rest in peace. Many still remember his final words before his death. "I've followed the rules all my life. Since I was 25, I've been threatened by you." Those words echoed through the internet like a cry from the depths of despair, simple yet devastating. Whistleblowers later claimed that Yu's management company, Tianyu Media, held immense influence in China's entertainment world. Powerful, secretive, and untouchable. Online users even compiled a list of artists connected to the same company who all died under mysterious circumstances. Tan Bei, 2006, Shang Yubo, 2011, Bian 2015, and Ben Shi, 2016. The names continued. Chao Runliang, 2016, Ren Zhao, 2017, Kai Zhong, 2020, and Lu Jiarong, who vanished after 2019. Each death was described as an accident, yet the pattern was chillingly consistent. It left people wondering how many others disappeared quietly without ever being named. The deeper one looks, the stranger it becomes. To many observers, Tianyu Media no longer seems like a gateway to stardom, but something far darker. A place where talent and dreams meet an invisible wall of power. Behind its glamour may lie secrets that no one dares to uncover. And so the question remains, will the truth about Yu Menglong's tragic fate ever surface? Or will it vanish forever, like his final scream lost in the wind? Yu's story has since become a symbol, a painful reminder that fame and obedience cannot always guarantee safety in a system ruled by fear and silence. His passing has made many reflect on what it means to live authentically in a world where even honesty can be punished. Let's analyze the current situation in China together. On October 17, 2025, China's Ministry of Defense announced the expulsion of 9 high-ranking generals, an event that sent shockwaves through both domestic and international communities. Analysts described it as one of the largest purges in recent years, a sign of deep internal struggles within the leadership. According to Taiwanese political commentator Wu Jialong, the newly appointed vice chairman of the Central Military Commission, Zhang Shengming, is reportedly aligned with Senior General Zhang Youxia, not with Xi himself. Wu suggested that this purge might have been orchestrated jointly by Zhang Youxia and Zhang Shengming, reflecting divisions at the very top. Wu also pointed out that years of failed domestic and foreign policies have worsened China's economic downturn, forcing party elders to step in and seek stability. Yet the question remains, who can truly manage the crisis and how? He emphasized that even after Xi, the party must avoid a complete collapse of both its political and state systems. The economy has deteriorated so severely that even elite red families are feeling the pain. As the reality sinks in that the downturn is far from over, preparations for the post-Xi era have reportedly begun behind the scenes. However, the situation is so fragile that no one dares to take charge. Even respected figures like Wang Yang or Hu Chunhua would find it nearly impossible to reverse the decline. Within this atmosphere of uncertainty, an internal balance of fear has emerged. No one wants Xi to continue, yet no one dares to challenge him either. Wu concluded that one of the deeper problems lies with Wang Huning, the party's chief ideologue for 3 administrations, whose grand narrative of the East rising, the West declining, may have misled China's leadership into a dangerous illusion of strength. Xi Jinping's ambition to challenge American dominance has reshaped China's destiny, but not in the way he expected. What began as a bold attempt to confront U.S. power ended up exposing the deep cracks within China's own system. When facing Donald Trump, a leader with the instincts of a businessman and the mindset of a general, Xi's strategy backfired spectacularly. According to political scholar Wu Siqi, Xi's administration misread America's endurance and overestimated the strength of China's political machinery. What could have been a century-defining opportunity instead became a turning point of decline. There will be no more talk of a Chinese dream, no great national rejuvenation, Wu remarked. As long as this authoritarian system endures, those dreams remain illusions. History will remember Xi Jinping not as a builder of empire, but as the man who hastened its twilight. In that sense, he has truly earned an A+ for acceleration. During the fourth plenary session, nearly one-sixth of Central Committee members were absent, a moment so rare it stunned the world. Observers compared the scene to the aftermath of Mao's Lin Biao incident, when an image of absolute control began to fracture. The purge of Xi's trusted allies, including He Weidong and Miao Hua, showed how his once loyal Fujian faction had been wiped out, leaving his power base shaken to its core. Even the PLA Daily admitted that corruption within the military had fermented and spread toxins, a subtle yet damning confession that Xi's anti-corruption campaign had failed to purify the system he built. As these events unfolded, whispers spread through Beijing, rumors that Xi's control was slipping. Though his titles remained intact, his authority appeared more fragile than ever. Taiwanese defense analyst Su Tzu-yun noted that the appointment of Zhang Shengming to replace He Weidong revealed something crucial. Politics had once again taken priority over military readiness. Commentator Li Lingye added that the storm inside the CCP was far from over and could intensify before the upcoming 21st National Congress. The mass absence of committee members, Li warned, signaled an unprecedented internal crisis. With the 15th five-year plan set for review in March next year, and the APEC summit on the horizon, tensions are building fast. If trade negotiations between Trump and Xi collapse, China's already struggling economy could suffer yet another strategic blow. Wu Siqi went further, suggesting that as political infighting deepens and financial pressures mount, the 15th five-year plan could become little more than a symbolic document, another slogan on paper. Meanwhile, Xi's upcoming visit to South Korea has already stirred unexpected turmoil. Protests have erupted across Seoul following relaxed visa policies for Chinese tourists. What began as small demonstrations quickly grew into large-scale anti-China rallies. Footage from Seoul showed young protesters chanting, "Korea for Koreans," and "Stop Chinese ships," waving signs and tearing up images of Xi Jinping and Wang Huning in public squares. The scenes went viral, forcing South Korean President Lee Jae-myung to address the issue. He called the protests harmful to national interests, but faced criticism after proposing an anti-discrimination rally act, which conservatives denounced as a threat to free speech. Amid rising tensions, Taiwanese travel groups in South Korea began wearing badges that read, "We are Taiwanese," to avoid being mistaken for Chinese tourists. "It's just safer this way," one guide said. Interestingly, not all Chinese travelers reported hostility. A tourist from Guizhou told reporters his experience in South Korea was friendly and calm, proving that real life is often more nuanced than what trends online. Liu Yahan, a researcher from the Asia Society's Center on U.S.-China Relations, explained that South Korea's protest culture has always been vibrant, and heavy crackdowns could backfire. Others argue that the growing anti-China sentiment stems not from ordinary people, but from fears of political influence and economic dependence. Online, the situation spiraled into chaos. Rumors spread about Chinese tourists engaging in crimes, while sensational YouTube videos warned of visa-free kidnappers. At the same time, nearly 50,000 South Koreans signed a petition demanding that Seoul National University shut down its Xi Jinping Research Room, a center established after Xi's 2014 visit to Seoul. SNU President Ryu Honglim clarified that the decision couldn't be made unilaterally, but confirmed that several pro-CCP publications had been moved to restricted access. Library director Jang Deok-jong later admitted that 11 of Xi's donated books were relocated, symbolically freezing out the propaganda once proudly displayed. Back in 2014, Xi had personally donated over 10,000 books and audiovisual materials to the university, hoping to build cultural bridges. But a decade later, those same materials became symbols of discomfort, seen by many students as relics of political indoctrination rather than education. Some Chinese netizens even mocked online by saying, even too rough to use as toilet paper, it belongs exactly where it is, in the trash. Whether satire or anger, that sentiment captures a broader truth. As global attitudes shift, even the most powerful propaganda cannot withstand the weight of changing times. Xi's books, and perhaps his grand vision, seem destined to fade into history's archive, gathering dust on forgotten shelves. That's all for today's report. If you found this story insightful, don't forget to like, share, and leave your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you for watching China Undercover. Stay tuned for our next deep dive into the hidden realities shaping China's future.